Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me for our Take 10 weekly reflection today. I recently had an interesting conversation with a student. We were comparing notes about the fact that we were both raised in military families. We talked about the fact that we found it hard to know exactly where we belonged. When you've moved so many times as a child, and especially when part of your upbringing has been spent in another country. Around the same time, I was reading a novel, and at the start of each chapter, it had an African proverb. One Sudanese proverb really struck me. It said this: there are two things a parent desires to give to their children. The first is roots, and the second is wings. My father came out of the Air Force when I was about 11, and I remember as a teenager really struggling because I felt like I had no roots. It didn't help the fact that the town that we moved to was a small town, and it seemed like everybody knew everybody. Even to this day, really my least favorite question is, where are you from? Because the place I was born, I lived for all of 3 months of my life. So I certainly have no sense of connection there. So what does it mean to have roots? Well, roots give us a sense of connectedness, a sense of belonging, of identity. They're what help to shape us and to make us who we are. Generally, they will come from family or heritage, from our culture, our place of origin. But I also think that we can create roots and put down roots. Because if you were to ask me the question, where are my roots? I would have to say they were in my identity as a Christian and in my Christian faith. Let's think for a moment about wings. We have a lot of idioms in the English language talking about wings. To spread your wings means to branch out, to be adventurous, to try something new. To give someone wings means to inspire, to motivate them, to allow somebody to flourish. My parents definitely gave me wings. All of my life, they've allowed me the freedom to make my decisions, but they've always been there and supported me every step of the way, even when I got it wrong. The opposite of that is to clip someone's wings, to hold them back, to withhold freedom. Let's just remind ourselves of that Sudanese proverb. There are two things a parent desires to give to their children. The first is roots. The second is wings. I have no idea about your upbringing, whether or not your parents or other key people in your life have granted you either of those things. But my prayer for you today, as you are listening, is that you would find a place to put down secure roots. Something that helps to ground you and instill in you a positive sense of identity. I also pray that you would be granted wings. Wings to fly and to flourish wherever life takes you. Thank you for joining me today.